This is the self-titled podcast of the Golf in Japan website, where you can check essential information in English about golfing in Japan, including more than 2,000 courses. We can help you book your round and make the whole process a whole lot easier. So check out golf-in-japan.com and start planning your Japan golf trip today.
Titleist Club Fitting, the fastest way to better. With a player-focused philosophy on fitting, Titleist offers a range of club fitting experiences from drivers to wedges. Your Titleist fitting specialist, thanks to an unmatched selection of products and technology, along with a wealth of fitting knowledge, will provide you with tour-quality fitting experience that can provide immediate benefits for your game. You can experience a fitting in English while in Japan. Just go to the Golf in Japan website and click on the Titleist banner. Or check the link in the description of this podcast. Titleist, the fastest way to better.
Okay, Golf in Japan. We're back after a 1 week hiatus. It's February 25th in Japan, if anyone's interested. It's a beautiful day out. Spring is in the air, boys. Good morning, Damon.
Morning. Good.
Good to see you representing Titleist there with the hat. Very nice.
Ooh.
It's a nice one.
And me too.
You've
Just
got
a little bit smaller.
And the specs are back. Hey,
Yeah, they're
Joe,
back.
and the life preserver. That's the way we like
Still
it.
here.
It's a bit chilly.
Warming
still.
up. Yeah, a little
It's
bit.
chilly.
Yeah.
In this room, it's a bit chilly, isn't it?
It's been very cold, I feel, but
How are you,
whenever-
Ron?
I'm doing good. Doing very good.
Yeah. Lot to get to, lads. I have so many notes.
Actually, so you said, how are you doing? Like, feel really good because we just celebrated the Emperor's birthday.
That's right. We had a day off yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like holiday.
Thank you, Emperor. Like, you know,
Did you do anything special?
I felt it was all about organization and like maintenance, you know? So like I did my taxes, sort of worked out some of the finances, cleaned the house,
Holy smokes.
took the wife out for a date, you know, so
that's good.
maintenance, right? And then hit the range as well, so, you know,
Good for you.
maintenance.
I
Productive day.
went to a
Yeah.
basketball tournament. I have to have a bit of a rant. And I don't play basketball, never played it growing up. We don't really do that in Ireland. But my kids love it. They're mad into it. And there was my son's team is the strongest team in this area, right? And they went to this tournament, and it's a 2-day tournament. And for some reason, it's usually like you play, and then when you beat the other team, they get knocked out.
Right.
And you just keep going until there's a winner. But this time they split it into two. And they said it was a random draw, but they had already said like, oh, this group is for your son's team and this group is the other team. And they put the two strongest teams in with my son's group. And with their big rivals across town, they put the two weakest teams with them. So then they went, so then they said, okay, well, we're going to do point difference to see who goes through from these two groups to play someone who won another two groups.
Well, that's not really fair already, is it?
Right. So the kids went hardcore. They won all their games by 30 points, but the other guys had won like by 100 points.
Right.
In a couple of games. And so all the kids were brokenhearted, crying and everything. And I just thought, does anyone know anything about basketball? Is that right? Shouldn't FIBA be contacted about that? FIFA, whatever.
Yeah.
Someone.
I don't think it's FIFA.
That's not fair, is it?
NBA.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not fair.
Points difference is like a rugby.
I know. It
team.
sounds like
Yeah,
sour
or
grapes
something.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard that
It is sour grapes. No, it is. Like, I'll just put it out there. It's sour grapes, and that kind of ruins
So they
the
didn't
bank
even,
holiday.
they didn't even play against each other, and the other team still won. Somehow?
Right, and here's the thing: in the
That's
warm up
ridiculous.
before the tournament, they came over and they beat them by 40 points in the gym where they play.
Right.
So the
But what
tournament-
you're saying is it wasn't a random selection. They purposely put these teams.
And they were the. I should mention they were the reigning champions from the previous year. So they probably said enough of these, enough of these
upstarts.
these upstarts. Let's get rid of them. Anyway, that was my Monday. It's
Well,
good to see the kids get out. At least
yeah.
they won. Whatever.
Yeah.
What about you, Damon? What you do?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've had so many inquiries for golf in Japan, so mostly just sitting back and getting onto everyone. But it was a crazy weekend, to be honest, because there's so much snow, especially down like Kyoto, Osaka, down the.
Was there snow in Osaka? and
Oh
stuff?
man,
No way.
Yeah, heaps of snow, so a lot of cancellations. Golf courses ringing you up last minute, people rocking up saying it's closed.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a few dramas going on, but yeah, it was a bit of a crazy weekend.
Okay, I did see that. I just seen it on Instagram that they got the record snowfall ever of 4 feet in 12 hours.
Sorry, say that again. 4 feet in 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Where?
in Niigata.
You got to get heavy snow, doesn't it?
It's just everywhere at the moment. Aomori's having record snowfall as well. And then you've got obviously the usual culprits in Nagano and everywhere, Hakuba. And it's just crazy.
It's crazy.
Strange because there's no snow in Tokyo this year.
No, nothing.
No, pretty much
Chiba.
looks like there's no chance now because next week's coming into like 18 degrees.
Yeah, it is too.
I was walking the dog this morning and the early cherry blossoms, which I always forget the name of them, the Momo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were going off full whack.
Okay. Yeah.
So, sorry, my English was a bit weird there. They were going off full whack. For those of you there, they were in bloom.
You're what? For what?
Your momos?
It's, you know what it was? I was watching too much Bogan videos. Give him the Vegemite. Hey, he didn't.
It's the best stuff in the world.
Okay, we should get on with a few things. So we are kind of talking about the content for this year and how we're going to make it a little bit better, and just to tie in more what we have on the website. So as you know, we do the travel guides, and not every prefecture has them. So I'm just going through, and we just did one for Kagoshima.
Okay.
So Kagoshima, if you know, is the southern tip of Kyushu. It's down the bottom. Steeped in history. Do you know anything about the history of Kagoshima?
I do. There was a war that they were involved in with the British.
I do know about that.
Yeah.
But go on, tell me.
So that was before the Boshun War, which also involves the same prefecture. But it was 1862, and there was a British merchant that rode past a bunch of samurai without showing them proper respect.
Yeah, he didn't bow, and they cut his head off.
Oh.
And they're like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
Back in the day, there was some. I think it was someone from the Satsuma clan.
Yeah.
And he was the big dude down there, and he didn't like. So usually when a samurai would pass, they'd all kind of bow. You'd get off your horse and you'd bow, and they'd cruise on by. But he just rolled on through, and they could have said it.
Can you imagine that British chap at that moment where he's just kind of like, "Oh, to do no."
It's like those videos on social media. At that moment, he realized he
effed up. Yeah. He didn't bow. Yeah. But they killed him. So then the British Navy started
shots.
They started bombarding them, like the coast or something like that. But the Japanese, or I guess it was like you said, it was the something clan, the Satsuma clan. They didn't back down. They were actually even melting down the temple bells to make cannonballs to keep fighting. And so they just this war of attrition, and it eventually led to like mutual respect. And they're like, "Oh, I guess you're all right.
That's right.
And you're all right too." And
there was a treaty signed. But before that, though, they were the first prefecture for trade. So the Netherlands were in there, and China were in there, and they were bringing in goods and services. So Kagoshima has that kind of, it's the first one to let in foreigners, and then also even after they were kind of instrumental in the Edo period as well to let more foreigners in because it's got a port and it's located down here, and you've got Taiwan just over there, and
So Ryan, going back to that story, how long ago was that?
That was in 1862. So,
1860, so end of the Meiji. But just before the Meiji era.
Yeah,
it was still the feudal.
Because apparently, this led them to be friends with the British, and the British then helped them in the Boshin War, which started the Meiji Restoration, to take down the Tokugawa shogunate. And so it kind of had a confluence of factors. Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta start watching Jin again. My Japanese drama that's on Netflix now. Highly recommend it. It's like 7 series though. I got through 3 of them and I was like, all right, enough. Because there's a love interest and he never gets with her. And it's like 7 series, like with 10 episodes each. Come on, you got to get with her.
Is that the book? Is that the one that's based on the book? James Clavell's book? Or?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
It was just a drama that came out about 13 years ago. Anyway.
Kagoshima, though, what's really good about it is Sakurajima. Have you guys heard? It's really well known in Japan. It's the active volcano.
Here's the thing. So Sakurajima is it's not all about Mount Fuji in Japan. There's loads of volcanoes everywhere, and Sakurajima is constantly going off.
Wow.
It's constantly smoke coming out of the thing.
Sorry. Joe, stop talking.
Wait, hang on. There's a Taiheiyo course just across the water. It's coming. So, there's a Sakurajima Sangen En Garden, which is still owned by, I believe, that clan.
Oh,
the big...
The Satsumas?
They kind of survived. One of them anyway. Kirishima Onsen. And then there's the Chiran Samurai Residences. Apparently they have stunning Japanese gardens. And Yakushima Island.
So Chiran, is that a place?
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the golf courses.
It is, yeah. But it's also a clan.
Probably.
No? Is that not what you just mentioned? No?
I don't know.
That was the Satsuma clan we mentioned, but Chiran is it's a place that has traditional district featuring traditional samurai homes and stunning Japanese gardens.
Oh, amazing.
There you go.
You been there, Joe?
No, never been there.
Really?
No.
You know where it is?
No. My missus was actually
described it.
talking to me the other day, and she said, on the podcast, I've got really good knowledge of golf, but she said, otherwise, you are the worst out of the four of us in terms of knowledge about Japan and history.
And you're
things
always
like that.
traveling for golf as well.
And,
You're always
and I
playing
would
here, there,
totally
and
agree
everywhere.
with her. So I need to improve because what you guys talk about is really impressive.
Have you been to Sakurajima?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have. It was nice. It was like when you're standing there, it's kind of like you're on Mars or something like that. You know, like I mean, obviously it's a big island, but the place where we went, it was like, oh, this erupted, or this had a lava flow
Yesterday.
5 years ago or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Not so often as that, but
Yeah, it's we've got actually a really nice picture on multiple pictures of the little bay, and then the volcano actually going off in the background. So check that out.
that picture is probably the best onsen experience I've ever had, where like you're standing on overlooking a valley.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, you're buck naked in the wind, and just like overlooking this valley, you feel like a king, They really, they do onsen very well down there.
That's nice. Down to the golf courses. So I did a little bit of research on these. I've never played the golf courses. Damon, you probably give us more insight on them. But these are the three most popular for Japanese players. So I just took it from one of the well-known websites. So Ibusuki Golf Club was number one. It's designed by Seiichi Inoue. So again,
okay.
we know who he is.
Yeah.
He did Kawana and Tokyo Golf Club, and he's the super famous designer. And it hosted the JPGA Championship in 2019. So that's the kind of most played or most requested to play. So it's kind of like a prestigious course, I suppose. Do you know anything about Ibusuki? We can book that one.
Yeah, we can book it.
Good.
Sure did. Sure do. Last week,
Have
actually.
anybody
Yeah.
play it? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, that area is quite popular. The whole of Kyushu is really popular at the moment, to be honest.
It's beautiful down there.
I mean, the
love
amount of bookings going down there for March, April, May is quite
Really?
a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. Chiran Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this was a favorite because it was great value, cost performance. So it was pretty reasonable. It's a hilly golf course offering multiple routes to accommodate different skill levels. Okay. So basically I think this is what you said, the Chiran area. It's connected to that samurai area. So if you're going to do some kind of after golf, checking out the local kind of samurai town that time forgot, you can play Chiran, which is pretty reasonable. Yeah. And then the last one is the Kagoshima Kokusai or Kagoshima International Golf Club. And that's the one that has views of the ocean. Sakurajima is like on the holes, you're looking at it. So that's, if you're looking for that kind of Fuji golf course experience, it's the Sakurajima experience. So that's kind of, that's the one that's the most challenging, they said. So that was the most difficult. Yeah.
And two of those are part of our top 5 as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's good. That's nice to see that we share some things with the good Japanese people.
Kagoshima Kokusai, that Kokusai is pretty regular. Like that's used in a lot of names for clubs. Is that just a brand, or does that mean something? Like, are they actually more international in their approach? Or?
Good question.
That's an awesome question. Yeah, I would agree with Karen. No, I think it's just a attempt to make it sound so. Rather than realistic.
What does Kokusai mean?
International.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's used in schools like that will do English. Like Gunma Kokusai Academy is a very famous school that does English and Japanese. But for Japanese golf courses, no.
It's almost probably just to appeal to other Japanese that it's like we're modern or something like that, but it doesn't actually embrace.
Yeah, it's also the country club versus golf club thing here as well, right?
This is true.
There's a lot of clubs that are called such and such a country club, but they're actually just a golf club because the country club is seen to be a little bit more prestigious.
Yeah, because more facilities, tennis courts, and
swimming, squash courts, things like that, and it says such and such a country club, and it's just a golf club. But it's quite
Sometimes in an area, though, you'll get like say Koga Golf Club, and then maybe the guy next door wanted to have that name. And I can get Koga Country Club.
Yeah, they do too.
So they do that. So they'll be right next to each other.
and if they're both gone, we'll go for the Koga Kokusai.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the international club.
I can't remember which one it is, but there is something international golf club in Japan where we can't book, for example.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So going back to your question, is it really international? I would say that's not the meaning of it.
Yeah. Some things that worthy of mention is that they're the first prefecture to get the cherry blossoms. So we're coming up with cherry blossom season. So they get it in March.
Well, that's early.
Of course, it's not written in stone. Of course, it could be as it's lashing snow down there. We might have to back up on that one, but it's usually March. And then March to May is the best time to go because of the weather, but also summer because they do, even though it's hot and humid down there, they do the Ohara Matsuri and lots of different fireworks and all sorts of stuff down there, which we have on the website. And then what to eat, Joe, your favorite, black pork.
Yum.
Kurobuta.
Kurobuta.
Kurobuta, which means black pork.
Black pork.
Yeah.
So they
Is that
basically
pork with Vegemite? Or?
Yeah.
actually looks pretty good. So it's like your pork cutlet,
Oh, yeah.
your katsu, but it's with the, I guess the pigs are black.
It's more like a wild pig, right?
Yeah,
It's a wild pig. yeah.
Slightly more wild. Yeah, I'm sure they're domesticated.
So you eat either shabu shabu, hot pot, or tonkatsu, deep
Nice.
fried cutlet.
Yum.
Yum.
Dude. Making
That's
me
the
hungry.
one.
So tonkatsu is, for our listeners,
Deep fried pork
there you go.
Yeah, it's like
cutlet, a breadcrumbed pork cutlet fried. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good. That's actually great. It's a real stamina lunch. You eat that on rice in Japan, and you're good to go. Getting there's direct flights from Haneda and Narita airports. Flight time is about 2 hours. Alternatively, you can take the Kyushu Shinkansen. It's about an hour and 30 minutes from where? From Osaka. That seems a bit fair. Is that right?
That seems close.
Yeah. International flights to Kagoshima include Seoul, Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Taiwan.
Yep.
There you go.
So there you go.
I reckon most people fly there, right? Because it's on it's its own little section of Japan, separate islands and everything. So
Yeah. I've been there once. I flew.
yeah, right.
It was great. Didn't seem like it was 2 hours though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I gotta research my research.
2 hours is perfect though. You get one movie in. So
Yeah.
I know you've done a travel guide just for Kagoshima, but I mean, just even starting in like Hakata or Fukuoka and then coming around, going through Kagoshima, then up through Miyazaki into like Beppu area, then back up.
Beppu.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it's such a great location, that whole island down there.
That's something that we will try and improve, especially when we're doing it on sites. We're going to do more of a travel itinerary. So like go here and then go here. So I might just blend a few places together.
Yeah.
The must do and see. So if anyone has any requests or questions about that, we'll put something together for you.
Yeah,
But
but
Beppu's
funnily
good,
enough,
yeah.
I mean, it's actually I get to learn a lot from the clients.
Yeah.
You know, they say this is the courses I want to play, or this is the areas I want to go to, and you put it together and you're putting it all on, and you're like, wow, this looks such an amazing trip. Yeah.
Let's do it.
you can have what's it like? Richard's recommended or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just recently did some more partner trips where what is it called when we take them out?
Golf partner service.
Golf partner service.
I thought it was Golf Companion.
Oh, we changed it. It was a little bit. People started to get the wrong idea. Yeah, had all these guys rocking up, going, "Yeah, where's my companion?"
And you
taking
turn
the
up.
pants off in the back seat.
And then it's me. They're like,
Picking up everything.
But yeah, and
"No, disappointed. I showed them your photo first."
all right, seriously. But no, it's just great to you learn so much when you're going and being a tour guide and showing them the golf courses, and you're experiencing it through their eyes, and it's quite gratifying.
It's a good vibe, you know.
Shouldn't use that word maybe.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Because we haven't been here in a while, there was a couple of things that came across my desk. Tiger Woods and President Trump meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about that for a second? You're the Trump guy. You made me watch a 10-minute
Joe is
clip
too.
the other day.
Joe's on Trump.
I like
Trump.
Trump. I do.
Get out of town.
So we're Kokusai here. We were international
Yeah, we
in,
are.
in our appeal, and I thought it was great. Like Trump always has these ridiculous like things hanging on that he's against one race or another, and he's not that way at all. He's pro-American. And Tiger could get on board with that. That's good.
So now Tiger, I have the quote here. I wrote it down because I thought it was interesting. He said, "Men's pro golf will heal quickly. We're in a very good place." That's it.
That was what Tiger said.
That's it.
That's what Tiger said. That sounded like I kind of did a Trump accent. We're in a very good place.
It's in a very good place. It's going to heal.
It's fantastic.
So Trump met Jay Monahan, Adam Scott in the Oval Office to talk about this.
Okay.
So
Rory didn't get an invite.
Was it about the merging
He's not
of the
American.
tours? Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah. okay.
apparently, I mean,
gotta
Trump
bring
trying
it
to be the
together.
mediator.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on,
No,
guys.
they hold hands, kumbaya, But I was expecting an announcement, but it never really came.
Yeah, there was another analogy actually, which I probably should have wrote down as well, where he said like we're almost in the end zone,
Okay.
You know, we're on the 22nd yard line or whatever the hell it is. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Any thoughts on that? Adam Scott's in there.
Riders Cup, kill him, best one ever.
That was very good.
It was good. Practicing.
And then Adam's like, you twat, I'm not actually on the President's Cup. Yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, it's been like this for just ever and ever and ever. I'm sick of talking about it. And then the TGL's out, and it's like, what, that has to come into the fray as well?
That's still on, is it?
Oh, God, yeah, that is.
Oh, wait, yeah, oops.
I've watched none of it. Have you guys, have you watched it?
No.
There was hope for it when Tiger beat Rory. I was like, oh, that was actually interesting. And they looked like they cared. But then normal service resumed last week. And I know there's another one going on today, I guess, but it was kind of crap last week. Again, like, you know, Shane Lowry beat Rory McIlroy, and then they were just laughing and joking, didn't care.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. You know,
I wonder about the technology thing. I mean, there's a lot of money there's a lot of money being bet.
dodgy yardages.
Yeah, paid yardages, and I think there was one instance with Tom Kim where it just didn't compute. He hit a shot and it just didn't register.
Well, and there was the other one where the tracer got the divot rather
that's
than
right,
the ball.
it did too. Yeah. So there's all sorts of problems with that sort of thing. So
The
I don't know how they're going to work
divot.
out that
hilarious.
with betting.
It's just technology, I think.
They need to have a backup thing behind them.
Yeah, they need to get TrackMan in behind them to do it properly.
So what I understand is
Flight scope.
It's not all
Yeah, or
full
flight
swing.
scope, isn't it? Who else is it?
I can't remember who it is, but it's not all done by full swing.
So we need to
that's
get Roy.
kind of where the problems are coming up. If it was all full swing, then they would have the technology to do it.
Okay,
but
maybe
there
we
was
need to get
something-
Roy Cameron in here to explain.
Yeah, he's the one he told me about it. But
Oh, did he?
yeah,
Okay.
but anyway, I just think we need to see a shank into the crowd or something.
Yeah.
That'll get some news. some
Spice it up a
attention,
bit. You know?
Kisner could do that.
Yeah, he could too. You know that shot? I was thinking about that shot that he hit. That's obviously a few weeks ago. That knife he hit out of the bunker.
Yeah.
If that had have missed the flagstick, that would have hit the crowd, wouldn't it? That was
Yeah.
careering towards the crowd, I believe.
No, I'm not
Wouldn't
sure.
that have been fantastic?
Yeah, for sure.
It was a fo-
A couple of missing teeth.
But it just went. It hit the flagstick dead on. But if it had have missed it and flew into the crowd, it would have knocked somebody out.
You know what I mean? There's the green or whatever, right? And then there's like cameras.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think there's an audience.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of stuff to hold it up, but I don't think there's a
Right.
net.
No, I
in front
watched
of the
that
people.
documentary. There's a force field that and an iron dome system that shoot the
That's
eyeballs in.
ayahuasca speaking.
But obviously they've got a bigger picture for all of this, not just with the pros, because we've got good. They actually bought into it, right?
yeah, they did too. Yeah, they bought into one
So
of the
they're going to
teams.
obviously do a lot of content there as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just the pros; they're going to do a lot of.
I see what's happening
creative
now with
stuff.
the PGA Tour and how they're doing this Creators Classic, and they've just announced all of this.
they have
and
too.
they're kind of. I think the creators collectively are getting more eyeballs than
I think they are.
the coverage is.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to think that's the future of the TGL is like I mentioned it with Travis when we were at that event with the simulation. He was like, we really need to have like influencers there with the pros to kind of like keep the storyline or keep the entertaining element.
I've kind of had a revelation about my own viewing experience about this kind of thing. I love to watch a golf tournament the good old fashioned way on TV, on the TV, with
Sure.
me sitting on the couch with a cup of tea or a beer, whatever, and like that. And then I only want to watch those creators. If I put the creators on YouTube on my TV, I'd be just like, it's boring, I'm not watching it. But if it's on my phone while I have a few minutes,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Nah.
I'll watch it.
I'm totally different.
Really?
I'm Kieran. I'm the same as you. Yeah. I like sitting down.
I watched the final
That
round
doesn't mean you're
yesterday.
right.
Sorry,
Doesn't mean that you're right.
but it does.
No, but for me, and I watched the final round yesterday in Mexico, and it was
Yeah.
awesome, great drama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
great.
good finish.
Probably
I got to
didn't
admit
even
that
know.
was a great finish.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we should talk without further. I have a few more things I want to say,
But do you,
it's-
do you think celebrities are going to be involved in this TGL thing? Do you think
Yes.
you're going to get them eventually
Hope
to
so. That's
play?
what
Yeah.
everyone seems
You
to
do?
be saying.
Otherwise, I don't think you're going to get people to watch it.
But would you
Yeah.
sit down? I mean, I'm finding TGL difficult to watch anyway. Would you watch it with celebrities?
If it's someone that I like, 100%.
yeah, I would too.
Would you?
Bring the creators in there, like have foreplay.
But that's
yeah.
exactly what's
Yeah,
going to
okay.
happen
Yeah.
for sure.
It'd be so much more interesting.
Yeah, good golfers. I don't want to watch. I mean, I know Steph Curry's a
No,
decent
have a
player.
few.
But the thing
have a
is-
team with good golfers and crap golfers as well.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they have to go from a batting
Okay,
cage 'cause they
okay.
don't want to kill someone.
All right. So what's different about doing that on the course? Because that's what they do at the moment.
Control, schedule,
Yeah,
like
It's just
also
not as exciting. Sorry.
camera-ness,
That's right.
like
It's not as exciting. So they already do that. A lot of creators versus John Rahm or whoever it is. They already do that now.
True.
on a course. It's so good to watch.
It is good to watch.
It's realistic. It's
good.
not a simulator.
The course is a
That's-
character in the story oftentimes too, right? It's like it's nice to see a course when you're on the train or something like that. It's nice, So
I
like
said this before. It's kind of like an opposite evolution of golf. It's like we made this sport. It's golf, and we can do it in this confined environment and simulator. Da 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 da. And then the next step from that would be let's create a real life golf course. And play outside.
Yeah.
So,
You reckon it's gone
it's kind
backwards?
of like-
That's actually true.
backwards.
Yeah, it is.
That's right, because there's a difference between entertainment and competition.
Yeah.
So entertainment is you're watching these, you're watching them trying to break 50,
Yeah.
in a scramble. Super entertaining.
Yeah.
But you're watching two fellas struggle for a card and to get into Augusta, and one guy's been a journeyman and the other guy's brand new. Fantastic storyline. In the heat of competition, your man hits it OB, comes back in off a tree,
Yeah.
and his girlfriend collapses on the, when he holds the putt. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was entertaining in a different way, but it was pure competition.
Yeah.
It meant something.
Campbell.
Yeah. So I think that so they're separate. One's entertainment and one's separate,
Yeah, but I think the PGA Tour are going to have to do something to spice things up a little bit, especially considering. I mean, you look at some of the winners recently and the leaderboards.
You don't know their names.
Right? I mean, it's a bit of a struggle when the superstars are not playing, and of course Tiger's not there. And
But saying that the guy whose name I can't pronounce,
Came second.
Potgieter,
Oh gosh,
Is
he
that how
was
you
so
say it?
close.
Portgieter or Potgieter, yeah, big South
Potgieter.
African kid,
Potgieter?
yeah,
that's the kind of
Potgieter.
Dutch thing.
yeah.
I reckon he was hitting it like he
He's
came
a
out of
longest
nowhere,
player.
20 years old, hitting it 330 yards.
350 to 360.
Oh my
He's the
God.
longest hitter on the PGA Tour now.
Fantastic.
I saw him.
Titleist guy, head to
He's
toe.
Titleist guy all the way
Yeah, he
through. I
was,
saw
Did
him.
you see he had only a driver and then the rest were irons?
Yeah, he's hitting driver off the deck.
So he had
Kept
a
hitting
driver,
driver off
and then
the
he
second
just
shot
has
on par
a
fives. Yeah.
plethora. It looks like a bargain basement
Yeah.
golf. Like you walk into Golf Partner and you're looking for wedges or whatever. Oh, there's the wedge bag, and there's
Yeah.
50 wedges in it. That's what his bag looks like. It's just full of wedges.
Yeah.
So he must dump everything, just a few long irons, and that's
So
it.
he's from all reports, he's obviously a really good driver of the golf ball, but his chipping and pitching is horrendous,
Yeah.
really bad. But his driving distance sort of covers
A
things
lot
up.
came up short.
Yeah, he's he's got average tech. He's still only a young man, but his driving distance sort of covers up that problem that he's got, and it sort of showed up in the last round.
Yeah.
And he's hitting driver off the deck. I mean, there was a 661 yard par five that he reached in two, and he knocked it. I mean, he landed on the putting green. And he hit driver like way up in the air for his second shot, so he can do it. I mean, he won the British Amateur a few years ago, and I saw him at Augusta when I was over there a couple of years ago. He's enormous, big, strong kid, and just
20 years
smashes,
old.
and 20 years old, and hits at that. I mean, he's won on the.
He's won everything. His
Corn
amateur,
Ferry,
they were saying it,
yeah.
the amateur career was.
He's already
just
won
like-
on the Corn Ferry, and he's been playing well so far this year. So and almost won on the weekend. But yeah, what a talent! But he's got to fix up his short stuff.
What about Miguel Angel Jimenez, 61 years of age?
Oh, did he win? Did he?
He won last week, not this week. And his average average driving distance was 284.5 yards.
It's pretty
At
good.
61.
Yeah, he's still got speed. Yeah, a lot of them tend to lose it, when they get that age. Bernard Langer's a little bit shorter, but he's still got some speed.
I think
Doesn't he
Bernard
enjoy
Langer's
life?
10 years
Do you
old.
know who? If you don't know who he is, Ryan, you should check him out.
Bernard Langer?
He's not Bernard Langer, Jimenez. He's a Spanish
Jimenez,
guy.
he smokes cigars all the time.
Yeah. Drinks red wine,
Drinks red wine.
Yeah.
Big belly.
Yeah.
Strolls around.
enjoys himself.
Yeah, he dances and stuff.
and things
So
like
he's
that.
Spanish?
Yeah.
He is Spanish.
Sounds like a
ex-Ryder
Spanish John
Cuppa.
Daly.
He kind of is, actually.
He
but
is.
a
Yeah,
more
probably a little bit more
sophisticated.
sophisticated.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
he's Spanish. So, that comes with the Spanish English.
Yeah, but what a
How did
what
the
a
Japanese
character.
play? Like, I saw a bit of Ryo Hisatsune playing. and
Played
I thought-
well, actually. I've got it right here. He played well, which is nice to see because he's been struggling a little bit recently.
Did he get in the top 10? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I think I saw it. He was on like 11th or something. But
Yeah, he finished tied 10th at 14 under, so 66, 68. 68, 68. So 368 in a
Pretty good round.
first round.
Love that golf
66,
course.
$175,000. Yeah, kind of resort type of golf course, but it kind of looked like a golf course I'd like to play.
Looks like golf courses down in, maybe Shikoku or Kagoshima.
Yeah, it does
even.
too.
Like
I
you got a
agree.
few palm trees. It's
Yeah.
got the whole resort vibe. There's loads of places down there like that.
Yeah, did you see the playoff?
Yeah, it was amazing.
What about
that guy
I mean,
hit the tree.
I
and
mean,
they
that
come
should have
back
gone
in.
out of bounds, and it came back
Love
in.
it.
And,
That's my game
yeah,
right now.
But it was good. I mean, Brian Kay, it's an interesting story. He's been on tour. I've never heard of this guy's name.
180 starts or something. They
Yeah,
said?
180 starts. He's been on tour for 10 years, back and forth. He had his PGA Tour card.
Got kicked off.
2017, lost it. Been on the Corn Ferry, the secondary tour in the US since then.
4 player up or runner ups, but never won.
Yeah,
But
and now he's
consistent.
won $1.26 million.
Wow.
I mean, just unbelievable. Apparently his average he earned $8,000 per start since the beginning of his career. So he's got no money. I mean, all the expenses and things like that. I mean, I think
He's probably
you've got
dead.
his picture there. I mean, I think he's a Titleist guy, isn't he? Is he
No,
a
he's
Titleist?
Ping.
Oh, he's Ping, is he?
Someone else.
Someone else.
Do you know
Okay.
why you thought he was a Titleist guy? Because he just hits 7 wood all the time.
Well, he uses the ball. So I know
Yeah.
he uses a Titleist ball. But
He does, yeah. So,
pretty cool story. So he's playing against Podgeter, who's got averages 195 miles an hour of ball speed, and he's in 160, which is the low end of the PGA Tour. So he was out driving him by 70 and 80 yards on
Well, on the
some
last
shots.
hole, he probably had him by.
Well, he hit
he hit the tree and came backwards.
Podgeter hit 6 iron on the green, and he hit 3 with 60. What was it, 60 yards short of the green? So
No, he hit
What
the
a finish.
He hit the bunker in that. The last,
that's right.
the last
Yeah.
playoff
Sorry,
hole.
he hit 6 iron into the bunker.
I thought that was going to be a great shot.
was
there.
straight at it
Jeez,
too.
Wow.
Yeah, and then just obviously didn't get up and down. But
The tortoise and the hare.
yeah,
Tortoise won.
yeah.
There you go.
It's really cool. Other than that, yeah, Hisatsume made some money, which is good. Takumi Kanaya also finished at -10, so he's actually made a cut. So which is good to see. I don't think Hideki played in it.
Don't think so. Joel Damon looked like he was going to do something.
He
but
did too.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Fell off the-
Yeah,
Fell off the running,
yeah.
off the
No,
planet. maybe.
Hideki didn't. Hideki's been playing well recently, so
Mm.
watch out for him at the Masters. I think he's sort of he's been playing some really good golf.
Hideki.
Hasn't been winning, but he's
Ooh.
finishing up the top of the leaderboard in each of the events. So
So when's the
Well, Hideki
Masters?
won the first.
April,
He won
so it's
in-
a couple of
he
weeks
won
away,
in
3
Hawaii,
weeks
right?
away.
He won
Yeah,
the
sorry,
first-
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
Yeah,
Mm.
and he's been playing well since. So he's been
Yep.
trending nicely. So I think he'll do well. Plays bent greens. There's a really interesting statistic with Hideki. When he plays on bent greens as opposed to other surfaces, his performance when he plays on bent greens is off the charts good.
That's
So when he
the
plays
same
on
as
it-
Japan.
Correct, must be. And when he plays in the other greens, his performance in terms of putting is really bad. So it's very, very different. And they reckon that's one of the reasons why he wins at Augusta, because it's bent. And they also say that everybody putts badly at Augusta or doesn't putt well because the greens are so difficult. So, and that's why he's always a chance to win there, because they're not holing everything because the greens are so slopey. So every time he goes there, he's
So
going to
undulated.
he'll contend. So hopefully he
Yeah,
wins
that's
again.
true actually. And when he goes to the Open and stuff, you never hear anything
Never.
about him. He's
No.
just
Yeah, just making up the numbers.
yeah.
Mm.
I wonder how he'd go if he was putting inside of a crop circle. Because those are bent, but they're bent in this way where it's like on a molecular level they've been bent, and like that's why it's so mysterious. Like these mystery circles.
You're a legend.
I would love to.
How
It's
do-
gone
how do we unplug
completely
his
up over
mic?
the, yeah, it's gone completely over the top of my head. But
They need one of those like you need one of those like radio things where you like silence for 3 seconds.
Oh, holy smokes!
All right. We've got to give a shout out to also Nick Vogt out of New Zealand.
part of the crew.
Congratulations!
Yeah,
are in
part of
order.
the Luke Kwan gang there. So he's also obviously a great golfer and a
He's a great
YouTube
player.
creator. But he was down in Australia playing the WebEx Player Series in Sydney,
yeah,
and he
okay.
won that on the
I
weekend.
did he?
Yeah, did
Good
really
on
well.
him.
Yeah, I think won by 1 stroke, 21 under, 22 under.
He's
Wow.
good. He's a good player. Plays in the Asian
21
tour
under.
Mm.
as well.
No, he
yeah.
played really well. So big shout out to Nick. Congratulations, mate.
Can you invite him on the podcast?
I'm sure he'd give it a go.
Okay.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
come on.
He's actually going to play in Japan.
Yeah, when are they?
But no, Nick's actually coming up to Japan to play in the same series. So they got a round in Japan as well, I think.
Oh, have they?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Ah, that's not Live Golf.
No.
No?
It's part of the WebEx series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Where was it in Australia?
Castle Hill.
Where's that? Sydney? Is that Sydney?
Sydney, yeah.
Okay. Right. Well done, Nick. He's a good player. Good golf swing. I quite like him. He's
Very good golfer.
yeah, really impressive. Does everything properly. Yeah,
I need
nice
to watch more
see.
of his content though.
It's really good. He's quite cool, actually. At the beginning, I wasn't quite sure about him, but he's he's good. He's quite funny. I think they work. Their personalities work really well together. Those guys, to me, they're the best group on YouTube.
Yeah,
I really like.
They're very
watching
natural.
them.
The way they
Very
give each other
natural.
ribbings.
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Quan
are.
is good, isn't he?
Yeah, there's no airs about them either. They've got no egos, and they're all super players.
Yeah.
They don't take themselves too seriously, which I like.
Well, but a couple of them are ex-pro golfers.
They
right?
are, yeah. So I think they've all
Sam
played on
and
tour. Yeah,
Tucker.
Sam was, and then Taker. I mean, he won the New Zealand PGA in I think
That's right.
2021. So he was a super player. He won the Aussie Amateur
Okay.
or Aussie Junior Amateur or something like that as a young man, and he was going to be a great player, and then probably didn't have the success that he probably
Yep.
would have hoped. But still a really good player, and
Yeah.
they're good. I like them. Funny.
Cool. Ooh, I wanted to ask you actually. Nordqvist was named the Solheim Cup captain. Just that's the reason.
okay.
But before that, Oberg, he won the week before last. So I
Yeah,
think
he
the
did.
guy yesterday in Mexico was the first American to win this year. Everyone else has been like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, Hideki.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've talked about it because Rory won at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am,
That's right.
and then Thomas Dietrich, the German, won at Phoenix,
Yep,
and then
Hideki.
Ludwig Oberg
Yeah.
won the Genesis Invitational, and then Brian is the first American to win, which was
Yeah.
a little bit unusual. So,
But how good is
go the Europeans?
Oberg? I mean, silky
plays so
smooth,
well.
pressure coming down the last, not a bother on him.
Yeah, made that
Amazing.
6 footer on the last for birdie.
Yeah,
To
just
win it.
what
So
a
he had 4
superstar.
under around the last 9.
He doesn't
win.
seem like a big guy either. He seems like he's kind of thin. Like especially in
Thin.
comparison, you see some of these guys they look like monsters. It's just
Yeah,
like,
they are. He's still pretty young.
I
He's
think
25.
I'd say he's pretty tall.
I think he's. I mean, I saw him next to Tiger. He'd be 6'4", 6'5".
He's definitely an
something like
athlete.
that.
Look
Yeah,
at him.
yeah.
Jesus.
But he's still pretty slender. But what a great player! He just
Yeah.
reminds me of Henrik Stenson. I think he's a better player than Stenson, but very
Yeah.
sort of similar stature and sort of way about him. Very cool, calm and collected. The ice cool Swede, as they always talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
But I like him. He does everything really well, and if he can get his putting sorted, he's going to be a threat for a long, long time into the future.
I wanted to ask you, did you think Nordqvist will be a playing captain for the Solheim Cup?
That's Anna Nordqvist, is it?
Anna Nordqvist,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So she
don't-
played the last one.
Oh, did she?
She does, yeah. She's one of the older ones now. Susanna Pettersson was the...
That's right. They had a
She's
few
the captain.
problems with Pedersen. Apparently not the best leader. There was a lot of, yeah.
I of course think she's interesting.
Yeah. I don't think you could do both because they're talking about
Unless you're Tiger Woods.
Keegan Bradley, who's probably he's vying for a position in the Ryder Cup this year, but he's also the captain. So that's
Yeah.
going to be interesting to see
Ryder
what
Cup, I don't
happens
think you
there.
could
I don't
play.
think you can,
No way,
but
no.
I would say with the ladies it might be similar. I think to be able to be a good captain,
Yeah.
you would have to focus all your energies on just being the captain rather than doing both. I think. So I don't. Maybe she might not even want to do both. I'm not quite sure. But she's a good player. She's been a good player for a long time.
Yeah, she has. She won the Open one time.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. I don't have anything else on my radar.
Well, we had live in.
Yeah, there's been a
Adelaide,
couple of
excuse me.
events. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so there was the one in, was it in Jeddah when they played at night time?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that
Yep.
nobody watched.
TJ.
There was nobody there.
There wasn't a soul on that golf
Not
course.
No,
and
there
that's not bag. It's not about bag and live. There was just nobody out there. I think it's a good idea to have the event at night time. That's
A
kind of
little
cool.
bit different.
And then,
Well, I was so disappointed. Like this year, there is no live coverage on YouTube.
no, there's not either.
that's not good.
So Fox have taken it over. So I was actually, to be honest, I wasn't so interested in the Jeddah one, but so I was just watching the highlights. And then when I went to watch the Adelaide one
Yeah, the Grange.
at the Grange, I couldn't find it. I was like, damn, so I ended up watching the highlights. And last day, I was like, I'm going to watch it all day today type of thing. And I started watching what I thought was live. And it took me a good 20, 30 minutes to realize, I think I've seen this before. This was last year's final day. I'm like, go Cam.
Oh, dear.
But so a little bit disappointing.
That's
but,
bad for an international audience because we don't get Fox here. How are we supposed to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not on Unext.
You
or
said you
anything.
can watch it on your app. There's like the
Used
Yeah,
to.
but that's gone now.
oh man,
That's
Yeah.
gone.
yeah. I just
But,
opened it up. It told me the update.
Yeah, well,
They should figure that out,
Yeah, they should.
especially if they're trying to. They are a global tour, so they really you can only watch it if you're in the US. That makes no sense.
we must be able to get it somehow. But
Yeah, must be able to.
but I wasn't prepared to fork out any more subscription money. I've got too many of them.
Yeah, too many of them. I mean, I've got a lot of them that I don't ever watch,
I know.
and I don't ever know the passwords to them as well. What to
Joe
do.
1, 2, 3.
It's a good life preserver. 55.
Titleist with a 3. Yeah.
half swing.
Oh,
Exclamation mark. There's there is it's a good idea, just as a complete side note, to go into your Apple store, and there's a place where you do your you can go through all your subscriptions, and you're like, oh, what is that? Bang, gone.
Yeah.
It's very it's always a shocker to do that, especially you have kids and they go through your phone and they're just spam clicking stuff that pops up in Japanese and they can't read it. They're just like boom, boom, boom. They're subscribing to everything.
It's like shearing off barnacles or something.
That's a good description. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is there any golf happening this week for us, for you boys? Because the weather's going to be mega.
It looks amazing, doesn't it?
Well, wasn't it 18 degrees on Friday?
It is too, 18.
Friday, Saturday looks pretty mega.
Yeah.
I'm scheduled to go out on Saturday. So
I'm not. But I've played quite a lot of golf recently at the Riverside courses. I don't think I've been here. Sorry. To Oshima. Have I talked to you about Oshima?
Yeah.
No,
not on the podcast.
Not the podcast.
Yeah, look, I'll do. Yeah, so it's a couple of hours. You take the ferry from down near where you are, Hamamatsucho.
Hinode.
Yeah,
from there.
Yeah, from there. So it's about a 5-minute walk from the station. It's not cheap. How much? It's not
for
cheap.
The boat.
5,000 yen or something.
There's 2 boats, so we went on the faster one. Yeah, it might be $100 both ways, something like that. But it takes 2 hours, and it's terrific because on the way out you see Mount Fuji pretty much the whole. You sort of go out past Haneda by the airport, which is kind of cool, and then Fuji the rest of the way. And then it took us about just under 2 hours to get there, and then the golf course is only about 5 minutes from the ferry terminal, and it's 9 holes, and it's going to have a renovation soon. The clubhouse and the course, best 9-hole golf course I've played. Honestly,
really?
Maybe ever. In terms of the golf course is pretty cool, but in terms of the views, it's just unbelievable. You're looking back across to
so
mainland
for the
and
listeners,
Fuji and things like that.
Oshima Island is on the east coast of like the Izu Peninsula.
Correct. Yeah.
Actually, technically part of Tokyo.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just a lovely place. It really is. So that, and then been doing the Riverside thing. So played Akabane and Koga Links, and then Koshigaya the other day, which is really, really cool. So each of them are all under 10,000 yen. Yeah. I think Koga Links is about 8.
How much you pay for Koshigaya?
Koshigaya, 10,000 yen.
Yeah, it's probably on the cheap side though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But worth every cent. Nice buggies, great golf course.
40 minutes from Tokyo.
Right. I mean, it's so
hot
close.
Dog on the turn.
Hot dog on the correct. It's been done really well, and just if you're interested in doing something like that, I would highly recommend it.
Did you take the train over or did you drive?
No, I drove, so it's quite a long way from Yokohama, but from central Tokyo,
40 minutes.
There you go, 40 minutes.
Is it good? They because I see the bus, they run a bus service right from the station.
They do, yeah.
But the station's so close as well. I mean,
you could almost walk it.
Yeah, you probably could 5-10 minutes.
So if someone's staying in Tokyo, they could get a train out there, 25 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's play through, and it's just a really nice, they've done it well. They've spent some money on the clubhouse, and just, the golf course is floodplain, so it's dead flat. I mean, there's a little bit of undulation there, but what a cool place. I mean, when you stand up, you walk up on that hill.
You must have destroyed that golf course. What was your score?
It was the coldest day I've ever played in, and I'm prefacing this, but it was so cold and so windy. I played okay. I can't remember what it was, a couple over, but some of the holes back into the wind, and it's quite long. We play off the back tees.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, I remember there's a par 3 near where that overpass is going.
Correct. And that was playing straight into the wind.
Straight
that's
into the
like
wind.
200 and something yards. Yeah.
Shout out to Miguel. Last time he played there, he got his first birdie on that
Did he
hole.
Really?
Into the wind with it, and he hit a 3 hybrid, the one that you recommended.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is Joe's student, my mate.
He's a legend.
And he just crushed one against the wind, and it just landed just softly 2 feet from the pin, and I was like, I couldn't make the green with an iron.
It's a long way.
Just the wind was howling.
Yeah.
Not as bad as we played at Akabane last week, though. That was shocking.
But for anybody who's interested, go and book with the guys. Go and do the Riverside Golf Course thing. Save your money and time. Sorry? City Links.
City Links is a good word for it, actually.
Yeah, it's probably is. It sounds
it is
better
a
than
linksy
Riverside.
vibe. I mean,
it is. It's
we were playing at 50 mile an hour winds.
Sorry?
To be clear, it is seawater.
Yeah, it is because
it's not a river.
Because when we were at Koshigaya the other day, some of the lakes there's no water in them and there's seashells in there, so it is seaside.
Yeah. You can actually smell it with the wind and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah. So
very salty.
Those rivers those are big rivers, so they're tidal.
Yeah.
So there is fresh water coming that way, but at certain times
there is too.
the salt water going back the other way.
Yeah. But
Or if
Kiddo,
there's a big storm or something, that whole place will get leveled.
That's right.
Koshigai, I would definitely go back and play there again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's a good one.
And a lot of the time it's through play as well.
It is.
Great.
Yeah, we play
It's
straight
only
through.
true play, isn't it?
No, they do have some,
Really?
which is lunch, yeah.
Do they? Yeah.
Like upstairs barbecue and
It's
stuff.
so.
Oh, yeah.
You introduced me to that place, and we played super early in the morning. Me, you, and Chris, I think it was, and it was early bird.
Yep.
So it was like 5 a.m. or something.
Oh, was it that early?
Oh,
Was
okay.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty early.
Yeah.
But it was fantastic because in the summer when it's hot,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's got the driving range in the middle of
Yeah.
the first and the tenth, and that
Nice driving range.
like a food van, like a van
Yeah.
sitting there, and the golf course has all been sprayed up really nicely. So it's the rough and the fairways and the
Nice
greens.
and green.
Would you say it's an American
green.
experience?
Very, it's exactly.
It reminded me of
very
a golf
American
course I played in
experience.
Hawaii, like a crappy public links in Hawaii.
Yeah,
That cost
yeah, it's
a
kind
lot.
of that. Yeah, but what a nice experience though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really
really
nice.
cool.
So you playing on the weekend?
I want to. The basketball's finished now, so let's see if I can.
2 spots available.
Where are you playing?
Millview,
Okay,
which is out in Chiba.
okay.
Yep. A good old bubbly clubhouse.
Oh, is it
Yeah, but the course is really nice.
monstrosity of a thing? Is it? Yeah.
Which golf
A
course is it
castle.
again? Bellevue.
Yeah. Okay.
Millview.
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 Mm.
Sounds German.
Yeah.
Millview.
Sounds like a cake. Milfew.
Oh, Millview. My head out. My head out. Give that a go. Sorry.
Are you going to be? Are you hitting the ball further now that you've been at the gym? Getting stronger.
Getting stronger.
Huh?
Yeah, he did. He's been playing well. This
Yeah,
lad hitting
yeah.
the ball like a champ.
Yeah, it's a good player.
Yep. He beat me by 2 shots the other day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, mind you, I had 9 OBs.
Again.
Not 9.
Yeah, the wind was just like, I was hitting it quite well, but it would just go, whew, and it was gone. It was 50 mile an hour winds in Akabane.
Oh, when you play with Giro.
Yeah. All one
crazy.
penners.
One penner everywhere.
Because that golf course has got either out of bounds, but on the side of every fairway, left and right, there is
Something.
either a hazard or out of bounds.
Yeah, and
But I loved it. I was just having so much fun. I was just, the hat's backwards because if you didn't have it backwards,
because it
it
played
was
it blow
gone.
off. Yeah,
so when one of the holes it went left, Kieran went left, and it was still playable,
right.
right? But it's past the red, right?
Okay. Oh, okay.
And the members there would not let him hit the ball.
Oh, really?
So
Borrowing-
it was
like a
par
borrowed
3.
fairway.
It was a par 3, 165 yards. Like absolutely ripped the 3-wood, and it's just caught the wind and gone left. And it's on the, so they have like a kind of a like, I suppose it's a water feature with no water in it, and it's red stakes,
Okay.
right? And then Giro says, oh no, you can play that because it's only around, it's the, if you go past it or before it, you can play it.
Okay.
And this is on the side of it.
Right.
But I was on the other fairway, and these guys came up, damn it, they are.
No. You had to find your ball first.
No, I had it, and they were
he
no.
actually picked it up, right?
So there was 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So the first episode was they came out and went, damn it, they are. 2-shot penalty. And I was like, all right, see what I'm saying. So I brought it, dropped it next to the green and hit it up, whatever. Then the other one was funny. We're on this par 5. I was actually playing pretty well, and I was hitting it was like 3-wood, and then another 3-wood to get on.
Yeah.
Wind takes it, blows it left, and it goes through this hedge into a tee box where there was a couple of old boys, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
I rock up and I go, sorry, do you see a ball? And they're all looking a bit sheepish at me, and there was no ball. And then one of them went, and I had the Golf in Japan shirt on, and I was showing him, and I was like, Golf in Japan was on the ball. And he went, at that.
In
And
his
I was
pocket?
like,
Where's it in his pocket?
He's already in his golf bag. These old guys who played it every day.
That's great.
And he gave it back to me, and I said, "I'll see what I'm saying." So I dropped it in the tee box, and there was literally just like the shape of a door in the hedge. I had
Sure.
to chip it out,
Right.
back out. And then he was like, "No, it wasn't there. It was over here. It was like more difficult next to the hedge at the back."
Thanks.
So the 3 of them
He's
stood
stolen
there.
your ball.
They stole my ball. Then they made me drop where I had no backswing, so I had to like maybe about half a foot to just whack
Oh,
it out with a 7
God.
iron. It was hilarious. Those guys, Akabane,
Yeah.
Yeah,
fun
that's
for all.
it is.
So close to
It's fun.
Tokyo, though. So
It is.
close to
It's
Tokyo.
close, yeah.
25 minutes
Yep.
from central Tokyo is
Yeah.
unbelievable. But yeah, maybe go on a less windy day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played wind like that ever.
Yeah. I saw the video.
It was just, let's not go into that.
Pretty
Anyway, I think that's it. I think we can announce we have a special guest coming on, PGA Tour Director,
Japan.
Travis Stein.
Travis Steiner.
Coming on next week. He said he's coming on. So Travis, if you're listening, you better show up, mate. And
Oh, that's good. He could take my spot because I'm away next week.
Oh, yeah.
Overseas.
Who
We're
needs you, mate?
Yes. Sorry.
We have to.
Vietnam.
Oh,
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, we've got the ladies' version. The AAC is being held at Hoi An,
Okay.
and we've got to go over and have a look, see how
Nice.
it's all being run and things like that. So for 3 days, we'll be over there
Oh, good on you.
hard life,
checking out
man.
the tournament. Yeah, actually, this is a pretty cool trip. This one. Yeah, there's only 4 of us going over, so
Wow.
Go
You
and
can't
check it out.
like dial in, you know, that it's fine. We're
Oh
technically
yeah, I probably could. Having Travis, I mean, Travis is a ripper. What a great guy, Titleist ambassador. So
100%.
be interesting, yeah, because we're going to kick off a new series of interviews, and he'd be the first one. So
Yeah, good.
we were looking for a different take on the usual one. We're not just going to rib him on live.
right.
At least I don't think so. Might maybe, but well, no, we
You
won't.
could grill him about
Will be
TGL
nice.
probably.
Oh. I mean, you couldn't put someone like that in that kind of position. You just
No.
it's just mean.
No,
That's just a meanie. Tokyo Golf Show coming up when?
Next, not this weekend, but the weekend after that. So a week.
We're gonna go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're all going to go.
Yeah.
I think actually it'd be good. I'm not saying we'll do a podcast there, but I'll bring the gear. So if we can talk to somebody, or if the mood strikes us, we could do a pod.
So
or at least
Friday.
Or an interview or something. Yeah.
What's it?
interviews.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
7, 8, 9.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's it. So we'll probably go on the Friday, I guess.
Yep.
We might head on the weekend as well. Sometimes it's quite large, so sometimes you can't get to everybody.
Sure.
You can't do everything. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And you
I
wanna
think
check-
we applied for a press pass for you as well.
Oh, actually, so I arrived back on the 7th really early in the morning, so I can come over.
That's like you're at your back garden. You live.
It
over
is.
there.
Yeah.
Yokohama Pacifico.
Yeah.
That's
It's not
right,
far
yeah.
away.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
It's called the Tokyo Golf Show, isn't it?
Golf Fair.
Golf Fair.
Japan Golf Fair.
Oh, fair.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else, boys? Is there anything else, that you need to get off your chest, Joe?
No.
You look like you're holding
No.
your tongue.
No.
Okay, then. Well, without further ado, then, thanks. Good to be back, boys, and thanks very much for your time today. And we'll talk to you next week. Thank
See
you.
you next
See you
week.
next week.
See you next week.